Psalms 85 verse 8 says, I will hear what God the Lord will speak. We all hear from God. It is God's will for you to hear from him. And if you don't believe you hear from him, that's why you don't hear from him, because you don't believe it. God wants to speak to you. Imagine being in a relationship with somebody and not talking to them. It wouldn't work out. So then why would God want a relationship with us to not speak to us? It doesn't make sense. So God wants to speak to you, and he wants you to speak to him. Now, a new Christian might have a little bit more of a struggle to hear God than somebody that's been in the faith for years, but that's just because they have pruned themselves and refined themselves more tangible to the voice of the Lord. But God will still find a way to speak to you. God wants to speak to you, and he understands that it's going to be harder to hear him when you're newer, when you're not as refined as somebody else. God understands you. He knows everything about you, so he knows that it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So he will still find a way to speak to you through his creation, through people, whatever. God will speak to you. God doesn't want you wandering around clueless, because that's not his will for you. But that means it's still your responsibility to prune yourself more, to be more tangible, to be in prayer longer and hear the voice of the Lord, because you will, and you will be able to hear him better as time progresses. So God does want to speak to you, and know that he loves you and he will speak to you, but it is also your responsibility to try to hear him more.